Welcome to Vacuum Wars, and to our review of the Tineco Carpet One Cruiser Carpet Cleaner. Tineco is a brand that's done some really interesting things in the hard floor washing space, and the Carpet One Cruiser is their attempt to bring that same feature-forward philosophy to carpet cleaning. On paper, it's one of the most fully loaded carpet cleaners we've ever reviewed. App connectivity, self-propulsion, a detailed LED screen, hot air drying, and more. We bought one with our own money and put it through all kinds of tests. And in this video, I'll go over the pros and cons and reveal how it ranks on the Vacuum Wars top 5 carpet cleaners list on our website, which we keep updated weekly. So links are in the description, and let's get started. First, the basics. The Carpet One Cruiser works like most carpet cleaners. You fill the clean water tank, add the included cleaning solution, turn it on, and push it back and forth over your carpet. It automatically dispenses water as you clean, so there's no trigger to worry about. It has 2 cleaning modes, and it's one of the few carpet cleaners that also has a hot air drying function, which is supposed to help dry the carpet after cleaning. It also connects to the Tineco app on your phone, which lets you adjust settings and monitor the machine. And it has a self-propulsion system called Smooth Power that's designed to assist you as you push the machine. We'll get into all of those features in more detail as we go. Starting with the pros. On raw power potential, the Carpet One Cruiser has an 11.3 amp motor, which is well above the average of about 8.9 amps across all the carpet cleaners we've tested. And that does translate to above average sealed suction at the hose, where it measured 73 inches of water lift compared to the average of 65. So on the power front, it's got the hardware to be a strong performer. It also has an 8-foot hose for above floor cleaning, which is right at the average length we see in this category, and gives you good reach for stairs, upholstery, and spot cleaning. The LED display is genuinely impressive for a carpet cleaner. It shows you real-time information about what the machine is doing. Water levels, cleaning modes, alerts, more detail than you typically get on a machine like this. And on the stain test, where we apply a fixed amount of grape juice to white carpet, let it dry for at least 24 hours, do 4 timed passes, and then measure the lightness of the remaining stain using a colorimeter, the Cruiser did come in just above average, which means it does do the fundamental job of removing dried stains reasonably well. So credit where it's due there. Moving on to the cons, and unfortunately, this is where the Carpet One Cruiser runs into some serious problems. The first, and most obvious, is the price. At $5.99, it is one of the most expensive consumer carpet cleaners we've ever reviewed, more than double the average price of around $273 across all the machines we've tested. That's a significant premium, and as we'll see, the performance doesn't come close to justifying it. Another con is the water tank. At just 0.58 gallons, it's one of the smallest we've seen, barely half the average of about 1 gallon. That means frequent stops to empty and refill, and it was the single most consistent complaint in the user reviews that we read. Users found themselves stopping every 10 minutes just to manage the tank. To make that worse, the machine has sensors that detect when the dirty water tank is full and shut it down automatically, which sounds useful in theory, but multiple reviewers reported the machine was triggering that error repeatedly even after they just emptied the tank, forcing them to remove and reattach the tank several times before it would resume cleaning. So it's doubly frustrating. A small tank plus a sensor that seems to malfunction. Weight is also a concern. At 22.2 pounds, it's above the average of about 20 pounds. Not extreme, but it matters more here because of the self-propulsion system. In theory, Smooth Power is supposed to make the machine easier to push. In practice, reviewers reported the opposite experience. On higher settings, they found the machine lurching and hard to control. On lower settings, it moved slowly enough that water pickup suffered. And when the machine is turned off, it doesn't roll freely. The self-propulsion mechanism seems to create resistance rather than removing it. What was supposed to be a quality of life feature ended up being a source of frustration for a lot of people. The hot air drying feature is worth discussing too, because Tineco markets it as a genuine differentiator, and to be fair, it's one of the only carpet cleaners we've tested that has this. But when you think through how it works in practice, you're moving back and forth over the carpet, so any one spot is only getting a brief pass of warm air. The drying effect is going to be pretty limited. And reviewers confirmed this, noting it left carpets only slightly drier than a conventional carpet cleaner would, with most of the actual drying still happening through air drying afterwards. It's a nice idea, but it doesn't really move the needle enough to matter in most situations, which is probably why this feature hasn't caught on widely. It also comes with only one hose attachment, compared to the average of 2 across the carpet cleaners we've tested, and below what you'd expect at this price point. The Amazon 1-star review percentage is nearly double the average of about 7% we see across this category. That's a signal we take seriously, and it's consistent with the pattern of complaints that we've read. After adding up all the scores, the Carpet One Cruiser ranked 24th out of the approximately 30 carpet cleaners we've tested. That puts it well below the average, and it's not currently on the Vacuum Wars top 5 carpet cleaners list. So to sum it up, the Tineco Carpet One Cruiser is a carpet cleaner with genuinely ambitious intentions. But the combination of a very small water tank, sensor reliability issues, and a self-propulsion system that created more problems than it solved adds up to an experience that didn't match those intentions. If you already own one, it does remove stains adequately, and the hose works reasonably well for spot cleaning. You can get results out of it. But if you're shopping for a new carpet cleaner in this price range, there are significantly better options. Head to the Vacuum Wars top 5 carpet cleaners list on our website for our current picks. We keep that updated weekly as we test new products. Links are in the description, and be sure to subscribe to Vacuum Wars before you go. Thanks for watching.
Vacuum Wars independently tests new vacuums year-round, and the links in the description are updated regularly to reflect our latest top picks across multiple categories. You'll also find detailed rankings on the Vacuum Wars website, including our top 20 robot vacuums, top cordless vacuums, and more. Every review here is unsponsored, just honest results. Subscribe so you never miss one, and tap the next video to keep watching.